What's good, y'all? It is your boy Coach Train back with another video, and I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you guys notice that I have not been posting since what was it, Friday when I posted. It's a new day of my WWE 18 Universe mode. That's because we had a little bit of a family event all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I just took the weekend off. I forgot to let you guys know. I'm supposed to let you guys know, but I forgot to let you guys know about it because it was, I had to get stuff. I had to get stuff planned that Friday, so I had to do all stuff that Friday. So I could not record a video and let you guys know the entire weekend. But I'm back here, ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Long week ahead, man. We got a lot to talk about. Rumored 2K19 news supposed to be dropping this week. We got Raw, SmackDown, and I got some Train Talks to catch up on this week as well because we didn't do Train Talks this weekend. So we're going to be going over all the news in Train Talks this week as well. So we have a lot to catch up on today. But first, I want to just ease back into this YouTube grind because after that weekend off, I had a very, very good time. But it's time to get back to grinding. And you guys have asked me some universe mode questions, so I'm going to answer them in this episode 2. I've done this earlier in my universe mode before we had all the fans that we have now. So for all of my new subscribers, we will answer all of these questions right here, right now. Starting things off, ladies and gentlemen, I got a list of questions here. How do you control the matches? Well, I used to have an assistant that played the matches with me. Now I control all aspects by myself. I plan spot by spot by myself. So everything you see, I come up with it on the top of my head, and it just deliver it out. I pre-plan all my finishers, signatures. You guys don't see them because I want the element of surprise. I want to surprise myself as well and challenge myself to put on a very, very great match without seeing the HUD. I got that from your boy Delzinski, who works tirelessly with that. Shout outs to him and Merce TY13, who does that same style. They don't show the pen bar that much, but I show the pen bar because I have not started editing my universe mode just yet. But in the future, I won't be showing the pen bar as well, especially when I'm doing videos myself and I just edit the footage together and put it up like that. But once I get my editing software, we'll edit out load times. We'll be editing out all the stuff like that. I might cut the batch day segments. I have a lot of stuff planned once I get my editing software. But basically, all I do is I play the matches by myself and I control all aspects, and that's how the matches come out, just like the way it is. Why don't you have the Universal Championship? Well, the Universal Championship was introduced in real life WWE in 2016, and I had no plans to introduce it in my universe mode for 2K17 or 18. It was not a priority. When it came out, I was like, oh crap, we gotta introduce a new championship. Most people did not mind the big gold belt, and I started growing, and people started watching it anyway. They don't mind the old school World Heavyweight Championship, and I don't mind it. But there are plans for the Universal Championship to debut sooner rather than later, which you guys will be seeing that unfold at the end of 2K18. So the Universal Championship will be in 2K18. I will be introducing it in 2K18, and it will be going. It will be the title going forward. I've been having the World Heavyweight Championship for 5 seasons now, and I think it's time for a change now in Universe mode for a new title. And the Universal Championship will be that change sooner rather than later. You guys will be stunned about who will be the first participants of the brand new Universal Championship. But I'll let you guys know about more details on that as we come to the end of 2K18. Continue watching the Universe mode for that big announcement on that. Another question is, how do you book the matches and flow the card? I have learned multiple styles of booking from Merge TY13, Matthew with 97X, all of these guys, Gordon Perkins, Brendan Place, to name a few. I watch a lot of universe modes, and I have my own style of booking. I don't like doing opening segments every single week. That's why you don't see an opening segment every single week. Sometimes we get right into a match, and then I give backstory on a feud with a match to go with it. It's different styles. It depends on what you want. I prefer not to have an opening segment. It's just me, but when it's important and the feud is very, very important, I have an opening segment. Like, for example, like with The Undertaker in this past Tuesday night on SmackDown, I did. He had to get his stuff together, and he had to figure out who's the opponent going to be. So he talked about Battleground. He talked about why he wants to fight Aleister Black. And, his opponent came out for Battleground, just like that. Or with Shane McMahon and the Alliance. Stone Cold Steve Austin had a lot of controversies to address. Opening segment, I usually have the promos at the beginning of the month to start feuds and to continue feuds into the next pay-per-view and to announce pay-per-view matches. That's what I use the promo system for, but I don't oversaturate my audience with promos. I try not to. If the feud needs a promo, well, then I give them a promo, but more than likely, I like to tell my stories in match form. This correlates with the next question. How do you plan short term or do you plan long term? I plan long term. I already have SummerSlam written out and ready to go. I know who's going to be WWE Champion. I know who's going to be World Heavyweight Champion, IC Champion, United States Champion, and etc. I know what my SummerSlam matches are looking how they are looking, and how will the match card go. I know what's going on in the pre-show and everything. I already have the final episode of 2K18 locked in and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Battleground and Fastlane already booked on my iPad right now and are just waiting to be produced and getting the build together. I already have a good idea of how we're going to introduce 2K19 in as well. So to answer you guys' question, I do book long term. I don't have short term. I already know how long this person will hold the title and what their feuds will be and how many people they will beat and when the title is going off of them. And when you're a champion, you always have another storyline to go on afterwards, because I don't, when you're a champion, I don't make you disappear for a couple months. Like, for example, Bobby Roode has something going for him for SummerSlam. He will be at SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? He lost his IC title, but he still will be at SummerSlam in some way capacity. You know what I'm saying? So, and then after this rematch close, he'll be right into another storyline for 2K19, because Bobby Roode is a very, very, very important character that I have been building up for months here in my universe mode. So, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, when do you know how many people do you use per roster? Well, I have the split Raw and SmackDown on even of 77 competitors on each roster. I have divisions. I have a United Kingdom Championship division. I have a Intercontinental Champion division, and the world titles and the tag team divisions. The reason I use almost half of the game's roster, excluding legends. Almost all of the superstars on the roster will be used in some way, in some capacity. Most of them don't be used because, you know what I'm saying, they're legends, and if the legend is passed away, I don't like to use them in my universe mode, because some fans will get emotional over that, so I don't use them in my universe mode. But most of everybody that that is on the roster, I used, and I split them apart into 2 shows. I used to have 3 shows where I do an average of 40 a show, but since I'm including NXT stars, it's 77 each show. So that's how I go over the roster. But my recommendation is, if you're having a mid-card, 1 mid-card title, 1 tag team title, and 1 main world championship, you split them up even. Make sure you have enough guys for each division, guys and girls for each division, and you're good to go. And have your pay-per-views go like however you want to. But I have a total of 5 championships per brand, so I have a lot of divisions, and that's why I use more superstars in my universe mode. So that is a question on that. How can you introduce creative characters into my universe mode? Now, I started this in 2K18 where you guys can create your own characters, and I will download them into my universe mode. Now, I'm going to give you guys fair warning. If you want your creative character in my universe mode, do not expect them to become champion like that. It's going to take some time, because they're going to interfere in my current plan for whoever champion is. Like, for example, Narrated Games had complained, why is Nightwolf not WWE champion yet? Because he's not supposed to be WWE champion yet. When he debuted into the series, WrestleMania was already written out already. So he's going to have to wait his time, and you see how his plan is correlating with the creation of the Alliance and all that on SmackDown Live. So, again, if you want your creative character in the universe mode, do not expect them to get a mega push frequently, especially if I already have that title reign written out already. It's going to be tough for me to integrate them in. But all you gotta do is download your creator character to the community creations. Tell me the name of them, and I will download them. And just and do mind, guys. If you want your creator character in, please give me the right name and put your YouTube name in the description, because if I don't have your YouTube name and you use your PSN name, more than likely I won't find you. So put your YouTube name in the description, and then I will download your creator character, and they will be integrated into the universe mode, like for the likes of Piper Wolf, Nightwolf Jr., and Nightwolf. And also we have Brandon Cassidy, one of my subscribers, created custom creator characters in so far. So that's for any of you guys that want your custom creator character, and it'll take some time for them to become champions, because I have this written out in stone for the direction of the series. I think that's all the questions I got, man. Another question is, how do you fluctuate co-branded and brand exclusive pay-per-views? Well, I usually flip-flop the 5 major pay-per-views of the year. For example, I have 6 major pay-per-views of the year: Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, Clash of Champions, and Survivor Series are all co-brand pay-per-views. Everything else is brand exclusive. But I'll see y'all in the next video. I gotta go over part 3 on this. But